Hello, hello. How's everyone's day going? Even if today's not today. I don't know why I get a kick out of saying that. All right, before we begin, time is fluid, it's illusory. You might watch this 3 months from now and it'll resonate a whole lot more than it does today, okay? And that goes for signs too. I mean, whether it's your sun, moon, rising, Venus, feel free to check them all out or, listen to the other signs and see if there's a message in there that might resonate with you, right? I have no idea what you might need to hear. So, um, on the other hand, these messages cannot and will not resonate with everyone. So, just remember that while you're listening. Don't try to stretch everything to fit you or anything like that. Just take what does genuinely fit you and leave the rest, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the fire signs today with Aries. Let's see what kind of angelic guidance we have for you today, okay? Okay, so we have two. I'd be open to one more. So let's see if the universe or spirits or angels or whatever you believe has one more to offer for you, Aries. Ooh, almost. Okay, we're going to do one more shuffle through here, and if not, we'll just stick with the two, okay? Yep, just the two. All right. So that's what we got today. Let's see. Ooh, and they are both of Ariel. So in this deck, Ariel represents Pentacles. So maybe you have something major going on with your finances, your career, your home, your car. I don't know. But let's see what the cards have to say. The first one is Knight of Ariel. So this could be you or another person if it is a person. The card says this person would be trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny. The card itself says there is so very much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan. Being watched over by someone kind. That's beautiful. So knights are known to go a little bit slower, and that makes sense if there's a lot to be done, right? But you can see, this angel that's watched over this knight and protected this knight, she's got the pentacles there. She's got the coin. So it's there for you. It's waiting for you, and your guides know it. They're going to help you along the way if you ask for it, okay? They're there for you. And it does say make a very detailed plan. So I don't know if normally you just kind of go by the seat of your pants and just kind of, go with the flow, do what you need to do, all that jazz. But this is telling you, this time you might need to do a little more planning than you're used to, okay? So take that into consideration, whatever that might mean. The next one you have is the Three of Ariel. So this card says, do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors. Kind of goes hand in hand with what we were talking about, right? Working with others in a cooperative manner. Okay. And see, like when we talked about the angel here, it doesn't necessarily have to be in the spiritual realm or, the divine realm. Again, however you look at it. It could just be that you have others in your life that are there to help you. Okay. And they're ready for you. They're ready. They're ready to work for and with you, okay? But in this time, definitely, do what you love, dive into it. Don't be afraid. It says that there is a time of great personal growth, and that can be tough, right? We go through a lot of ebbs and flows in life anyways, but especially when you're going through times where you're growing rapidly or you're just growing a lot in a lot of different ways, maybe you're going to face a lot of different hurdles. So make sure that you do reach out to these people when you are needing help, right? They're not always just going to intuitively know what you need. we're humans. We don't always read minds, right? Most of us don't, in fact. So don't expect that. Be ready, be open to accepting help and asking for it when you need it. Okay. That's what I got for you, Aries. I hope that was helpful. Let's go ahead and move on to Leo. Leo is up next. Shuffle a couple times here and get everything all mixed up again. All right. Let's see what we got for Leo. If you guys enjoy these videos, please do like, comment, share, hit that notification bell if you want to be here for the lives. I do try to go daily. I try to go live daily. So I'd love to have you there with me. Ooh, that popped out. Okay. So we got one out. We're looking for potentially two more, okay? For my Leos. And even though these videos are time-stamped for March 25th and the week of March 25th, it really doesn't matter too much, right? I guess it's the 26th now, so running a little behind this week. I'll get better as time goes on. But it could be for any time is what I was saying. Okay, we got that one. Holy cannoli. These are some big things, Leo. Big things going on. Let's see if we can get one more for you. Yep, there it is. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. So the first card that popped out is Solutions. Solutions. And in the traditional decks, this, number 14 goes along with Temperance. So if you see, he's holding a couple of cups, and that happens a lot in the Temperance decks also, where they're, if they're balancing them out or however you want to see it, but pouring from one cup to another. Temperance does talk a lot about balance, and I'm kind of feeling that for you here. The card itself says, success that comes from objective compromise, self-control, and patience. So there's that balance, right? Self-control has a lot to do about balance and knowing where the balance is to strike, okay? Forgiving and healing energy. So maybe I'm feeling kind of some past stuff that, maybe there is someone that you're needing to forgive. And again, I mean, this is never to just like let them off the hook or, to make them feel better. It's about releasing yourself, letting yourself off the hook in a way. Like, you're not going to let that affect you anymore in the negative that it maybe has been. Okay. Take that how you will. Let me read that through again. I just feel like we need to kind of recenter on that. It says success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. Okay. Let's move to the next card. Another really big one here. The World. Yes. It says a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. Yes. So here where it's like, telling you a couple of things that you might want to work on as far as the self-control and patience, and I kind of brought up the balance thing. Here it's telling you either you are in or you soon will be in a happy ending. Coming full circle. If you've been through some crazy things in the recent past and, maybe you felt like it was never going to end, this is telling you you've reached that happy ending. You have come full circle. Spiritual growth and insight is a big part of that because in order to reach those happy endings and in order to really close out cycles and things like that, you have to do spiritual growth, right? You have to have those insights that push you further in your own journey. So, maybe you've gone through a lot of that within the last few months or years. And maybe now's just a good time to reflect on those things because, a lot of times, like if we forget the lessons that we've learned, we're going to have to go through it again to learn it again. And you don't want to do that. So, maybe just reflect a little bit. You don't really need to dive into the whole thing and reanalyze and all of that, but But just reflect a little bit and remember what you went through and remember the lessons that came through it. Because that's really where a lot of the value of going through life is found. Okay. Um, yeah. So, however that sticks for you, that might just be for some of you, but it was coming through loud and clear. So, last card I have for you, Leo, is the Five of Gabriel. So, this one says, a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. Yeah, we did have patience. Patience is a big theme here. So maybe that's something you need to work on. Maybe you're not a super patient person. Us fire signs really are not known for our patience, right? So maybe that is something that you need to work on, not just for those around you, right? We kind of talked about with forgiveness and stuff, sometimes it's just forgiving for our own well-being, or even forgiving ourselves within ourselves for things that we did maybe. And patience is the same way. Like, we need to have patience with ourselves too, especially if we're starting new things. When you come to the end of a cycle, you also have the beginning of a new cycle. So especially in beginnings and endings, a lot of times we do have to find a lot of patience for ourselves. Okay, so don't forget that. The big message I'm hearing for you, Leo, is that patience is a virtue, and it's just something that you might want to be putting a little bit more time into. Okay. All right, Leo, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead and move on to our Sagittarians. There we go. 3 cards for Sagittarius, please. See what we got for you here. My Sagittarius friends. Okay. We got 1. That's too many. That's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, there's 1 and 2. Perfect. So we have 3 out. Let's take a look at what we have for you. The first one is the 10 of Raphael. This one says, love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members. Happily ever after. Yes. So the 10 of Raphael is equivalent to the 10 of Cups in a normal tarot deck. And here you can see, like, it's 2 partners that are getting along, and then in the background there's kids. It's like reaching the full balance, the top, the very best that you've ever been in your relationship. Okay. And I am feeling that this is romantic. So, if you're a single person and you're like, this ain't me, it could be that you have reached a new gracious, I don't know why that word came up, but gracious level of love within yourself. If you're learning about unconditional love, maybe, or love for yourself. That's a big one that, a lot of people in this world really do need to work on. So if you've been working on those things, this card is like, it's telling you you're doing a great job, and you are reaching those heights. You're getting there. Okay. But I am feeling for a lot of you, this is romantic. So whatever you've been doing in this realm, even if you haven't quite hit this spot yet, you're on your way. Okay. It's in the cards for you, so to speak. Okay. It says happily ever after. I mean, that's awesome. Now, the one word of caution that I am getting here is a lot of times people think once you reach that happily ever after, you can kind of stay there. It's not how it works. As much as we want to believe the fairy tales and, that it's just easy from then on, that's not how it works. So yes, you might have reached this peak state, right? But when you're at the top of the mountain, you kind of have to climb back down, or you have to work to stay up there. So same thing in your relationship. Work to stay there. Never stop dating your spouse is what I've heard. And that just resonates so big for me, even though I'm completely single. But I truly believe that, you really should never stop dating your spouse. Never stop being romantic, never stop flirting with them. It's it's really in the details and the small things in a relationship, and those things should never stop if you want the relationship to keep going at that peak state, right? Or as highly as it can, because of course, just like in life, relationships are going to go through ebbs and flows. So take that as you will. I hope that was helpful. The next card is Six of Michael. Now, this card says, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. So in addition to your romantic life or emotional life just going very, very well, it's like something else. Maybe you had a big project, or just something that you've been working on for a long time is coming to fruition. It's coming to the end, okay? Not in the way of like a 10 card where it's the end of a cycle, but like you've been really, really working hard on this, and the biggest hurdle is about to be done, okay? So it's kind of like it's all downhill from here, right? It does talk about relocation or travel as well. So you may be looking at moving to another state, I'm hearing. That's a big deal. Or just travel. This boat's up in the air like Peter Pan traveling over to Neverland, right? So maybe you're going someplace new. Maybe you're going someplace magical like Disneyland. That's pretty cool. Going to Disneyland with your family. Yes. That'll just be for like a very few of you. But have fun with that. All right, last card I have for you is the King of Raphael. Couldn't quite see it. As a person, this could be you or someone else. I am really feeling like it's you, though. So, as a person, kings generally have things figured out. It says this person is warm, generous, honorable, and refined. Okay? This guy's super confident. He's sitting in his power, right? It says, yes, it is safe to trust. The ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you look like a person that can pull things off, many things at once, right? That came out kind of weird, but you know what I mean. Your love life, your professional life maybe, or maybe just a project in general. I don't want to limit that because I feel like there's a lot of different people. You'll know what it is for your life, but you have a lot going on and you can handle it. You are this king. You have a lot of power. And one thing that kings do is they delegate. So, they sit on the throne and they do their things all day. And if something needs to be done, they tell people what to do. Okay? So maybe that's something that you need to hear. Maybe you've been working really, really hard on this project, and even if it is a team effort, it's like you've been pulling the brunt of the work. You've been doing the most. So maybe it's time for you to really move into this power in other ways where, you do look for that help, and you, if you're not in a place to like assign things to be done, maybe just, ask a colleague, hey, like, I need to take off and hang out with my wife or my husband or whatever. Do you think you can handle this for me real quick? And I feel like because of your energy, that person will be like, yeah, sure. That's totally cool. If that helps you, I'm totally up for it. I have time. Okay. So take these messages as you will. I hope that was helpful, Sagittarius. If it was, go ahead and leave a comment for me. Let me know what's going on, okay? And like and share if you want. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you'd like to be notified when I'm going live. I'd love to have you. Thanks again for being here. All right, let's move on to our water signs. Cancer. It's a weird shuffle. Let's do a couple more. right, one more here. Cancer. What do we have going on, Cancer, this week? Cancer. What do we have going on? Looking for 3 cards for Cancer. Okay, there's one. Okay. All right. One more, please. See if we have one more for you for my Cancers. And we'll dive into what's going on, what kind of guidance we have for you. There we go. Okay. So we have 2 cards out of Gabriel, and you know, when we have multiples, I like to kind of point it out. That correlates with the wands in the traditional deck, okay? Another thing, and I don't really like to point out signs or anything like that, but for some reason I'm being pulled to do so in this one. So Gabriel, wands, you know, those, it can correlate with fire signs. So I don't know if you have a fire sign in your you know, in your orbit right now, or if you have fire in your chart somewhere, but if you needed to hear that, let's see what this reading says, okay? The first card out is the 2 of Gabriel. 2 of Gabriel. So this card says, make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. And this card, I really do feel like relationships are key because, and I'm not talking about romantic relationships, it's more platonic relationships. It can be romantic, but just people on the same wavelength as you who maybe you're working very closely with in some way or another. And that's, I don't know if it's something that's been neglected in the past for you, where, you know, maybe you're not a super social person and you haven't had close people. But there is someone in your life who, or maybe a group of people, right, who is really there for you, who shares your ambitions, who, you know, maybe you're looking at partnering in a business, something like that. But it's, this person is significant. So again, like if this is a realm that you're used to kind of just pushing off to the side, not really putting a lot of importance on, maybe bring a little bit more importance to your relationships in your life, because I feel like they're going to be very important for you moving forward. Okay. Right. The next card out is the Queen of Gabriel. So as a person, and again, with these face cards, it's not male or female, right? We all have masculine and feminine within us. So take it as it resonates, whether it is you or another person in your life. This person is passionate, charming, brilliant, and independent. Okay. And it says you can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. So yeah, I mean, I am getting the strong sense that this probably is you. And even if you're not a super social person, it's like you have the ability within you to very easily attract people to you. And in this sense, it does say helpful people in particular. So going back to this, you know, it's people that'll be, maybe you need to hear like worthwhile. They'll be worth the effort that you're looking at putting into them, or maybe you need to put into them or feel the need to put into them. And yeah, you know, this card on the other hand is encouraging you to go for what you want. You know, maybe you've had this dream building up for a long time that you've kind of suppressed, or, you know, you've had doubts around or something like that. This tells you can do anything right now. Okay? Go after what you want. So maybe that's the push you needed to hear, and that's all that you were here to listen to. But if you take one thing from today, it's that. And I feel strongly to say that to you. You can do anything right now. Just go for it, okay? All right. The third card out for you is the Page of Ariel. So again, this can be you or another person, male or female, doesn't really matter. As a person, it's reliable, clever, educated, and balanced. And I'm kind of feeling like this is the other person that you might want to be keeping an eye out for, or, you know, group of people or whatever. Or maybe you already know this person, right? On the card itself, it says, an excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Awesome. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. Yes. Again, it's time to go. You can do anything you want to right now. So get to it. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. And I'm feeling like it's not like, you know, someone comes to you and says, here's this offer on a silver platter. Do you want to take it? This could be like something very subtly put in your path by the universe, right? Or God, or whoever you believe in, however you believe. Something that's placed there that's a really great opportunity that aligns with your passions, that aligns with your big vision in life, right? You can do it. You can do anything right now. So go after what you want. That opportunity is coming. If you just have to stay open to it, and you have to work towards it, okay? So I hope that was helpful, my Cancer friends. If you liked it, please do like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell if you want to join me for some lives in the future. I'd love to have you, okay? All right, moving on. We're going to go to Scorpio. Yes. My Scorpio friends. One more shuffle, and then we'll get to it, okay? All right, 3 for my Scorpio friends, please. Oh, did you see that? I think that went up high enough to get on camera. Okay, there's the first. Wow, lots of Gabriel out today. Gabriel corresponds with wands, so maybe everyone's just been putting out a lot of wishes and stuff, which makes sense. I mean, it's springtime, right? Everything's new and green and beautiful. It's warming up, so we're all a lot more open to things and happy and excited and pulling out of our winter slumbers and winter depressions and craziness of life. Okay, we got 2 out. One more. Almost, not quite. Too many. Let's try again. Okay, there we go. So you have 2 cards of Ariel, and both of those are, or I should say, Ariel corresponds to Pentacles in the normal tarot decks. So it could be that you've been really focused on work and finances and things like that. Let's go ahead and dive in, okay? The first card you had jump out is 10 of Gabriel. So again, this would correspond to like the 10 of Wands in a normal deck, and a lot of time 10s have, you know, they have that symbolism of completion, coming to the end of a cycle, things like that. So this card says, ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. Yeah, so in the traditional decks, sometimes we see where they're carrying all of these wands, right? And it's like they're overburdened, they're overwhelmed. There's way too much going on, that kind of thing. So it does mention trying too hard to please others. If you're doing that, stop. Maybe take a step back from everything that you're doing and see what the you know, what the motivation is behind the things that you're doing. If it's because you want to be doing them and because it's serving your life in a good way, great, keep doing those things. But you know, if you find that you're only doing things because someone else wants you to, put those things down. You don't need to be carrying all those wands, okay? Um, just keep carrying the ones that actually serve you. Sometimes that feels selfish. I know. But sometimes for our own well-being, we need to do that, okay? Okay. It also talks about working too many hours, so if you're needing to rest, take some rest, okay? Put down those wands, take a little bit of rest, and I think that'll have you feeling a lot better. I hope so. Next card out is the Two of Ariel. This card says it's important to have balance, right? It's totally important to have balance. If you're carrying too many wands, you're not balanced very well. Working multiple jobs or projects at once. It does say working too many hours over here. Working way too much. Making work fun. Okay. So you have the ability to make work fun. You have the ability to balance like a master. Check that out. I just feel like you haven't been in the recent past. So maybe that's just something that you need to work on, right? Work on finding that balance. And I feel like what we talked about with the first card will help you strike that balance. It'll help you get into a more stable area for yourself, okay? Now the third one is the Three of Ariel. So you went from the Two of Ariel to the Three of Ariel. So I do feel like there is this element of ascension or growth, you know, moving forward in your life. So that's pretty cool. Take it as you will. The Three of Ariel says, do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, especially if you've been doing too much. It's totally true. When you reanalyze and you put things down and you know, strike that balance, that takes great personal growth. So that's what you're looking forward to, okay? Working with others in a cooperative manner, it also mentions. So in the first one, it says, ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Over here, it says working with others in a cooperative manner. Either there are other people coming into your life or they just have come into your life, but those people are there for you, okay? I feel like you're the kind of person that really does take everything on all by themselves, tries to balance everything all by themselves. So, yeah, ask the universe to be a magnet for, you know, helpful people to come into your life, to help you take that burden off. And maybe that's as simple as hiring a housekeeper, right? Maybe that's as simple as having someone come over once a week and prep all of your meals for the week. Whatever it is. Maybe it's just a really great couple of people that come in as like your really close tribe, you know, and they're about to enter your life within the next month or so, or the next week. This really is a reading for this next week. So maybe things will happen really quickly here, you know, as you start to set your intentions to find those people, and they'll be coming in, and they'll, you know, they'll be ready and willing to help you. They're ready. Okay. Also, another important note here, especially because you are used to doing everything on your own, make sure that when these people come in, you're asking for help when you need it, okay? People don't always just know. That's something that we kind of take for granted in our lives a lot. We're just like, well, why can't he just read my mind? Why can't they just know that I need help? Come on now. Don't be stubborn. Go and ask for help, okay? All right, my friends, I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please do like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to join me live in the future. I'd love to have you, okay? Have an awesome rest of your day. All right, we'll move on to close out our water signs with Pisces. Pisces, let's see what's going on for you, okay? One more shuffle here. Pisces. I'll move my leg here. It's kind of falling asleep. I have kind of a weird setup, so hopefully I'll get to change it soon, but for now I'm working with what I got. All right, 3 for Pisces, please. Ouch. 3 for Pisces. 3 for Pisces, please. Ooh, I think that's way too many, but let's just check. Yeah, that's about twice as many as we need. Sometimes if it's 4, I'll take it, but when it's 6, I mean, you know, that's like a whole mini reading. And I actually did just do a Pisces reading, so if you want to go check that out, let me know if it relates, okay? All right. 3 for Pisces. Let's see what we got. 3 for Pisces. Okay, there is 1. Okay, it's a good one. Okay, there we go. 3 cards there. So the first one that popped out is perspective. The archangel on there is Archangel Chamuel, or Chamuel, or whatever. Chamuel. Okay. It says, there's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. Okay. I'm especially feeling that dare to be different here. So if you're feeling kind of caged in or boxed in, whatever's keeping you there, whether it's like a fear of being different or just the strong desire to be normal, I want you to take some peace in knowing that there is no such thing as normal. If that's all you hear from this, there's no such thing as normal, okay? The world as a whole benefits most when you are most you, okay? So work to being in a place where you are 100% comfortable with being you as much of the time as possible. We're not always going to be 100% ourselves, right? There are certain situations where sometimes in society it calls for us to be a little more quiet or a little more just toned down from our normal selves, whether that means like less cussing or, I don't know, less flamboyant. But for the most part, make it known that you are who you are, okay? Stand out. Live in that bravery, because it takes bravery and courage sometimes to be yourself. Do it. Be awesome. Okay, next one up is Page of Michael. So as a person, and I do feel like this is you, it could be someone else in your life, but Page of Michael is truthful, perceptive, analytical, and blunt. Okay? On the card, it says, an exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. Yeah, so maybe you do have something new coming in, or you already did, right? It could have been last week that you had something new coming in. This week, though, you know, if that is very new still, make sure you review the contracts and the documents and everything that's going along with this new opportunity. And yeah, be really careful with it. But you do have what it takes to succeed, right? Just by being yourself. It's beautiful. The last card I have for you today, Pisces, is the 3 of Michael. A lot of Michael here. Michael relates to the swords. So I don't know who needed to hear that, but swords it is, okay? It says, release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. So in the midst of everything, I mean, yeah, you got cloudy skies on this card. You're hanging upside down over here. So, you know, maybe there is some trouble that you've been going through recently. Maybe that exciting new challenge was kind of scary to jump into. But this is saying release the past. You know, let that part go. You're moving into the future now. So, you know, you're good to go. You'll grow from this situation. Everything tough that we go through, we always have the opportunity to learn and grow from, okay? So I would encourage you to do that, even if that takes a little bit of rest and that was going to come out really weird. Reflection is what I was trying to say. So yeah, I hope that was helpful, okay, Pisces? Thanks for being here. I hope it resonated for you. That's all. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to our earth signs with Virgo. Okay, one more shuffle here for Virgo. Okay. There we go. Okay, so Virgo, let's try and get 3 cards out for you, my Virgo friends. What do we have for Virgo? All right, we got 1. Okay, 2 more for Virgo, please. Almost. All right, looking for 2 more for our Virgo friends. 2 more for Virgo. That is too many. Keep trying here. 2 more for Virgo, please. Pick up the 1. Sometimes I'll leave it at 1, but I feel like this is it's a big card. I feel like I'd like to get at least 1 more for you. Kind of expand on it a little bit. Okay. At least 1 more for my Virgo friends, please. Whew. Okay, we're going to go through 1 more shuffle. If it doesn't come out, we will just stick with this card, okay? Okay, looks like we actually got 2 there. Perfect. Okay. Ooh. That's 3. Okay, we're going to take them anyways. We'll just go with it. So the first one that came out is the Wheel. Okay. This is Archangel Jeremiah, Jeremiel. Maybe you say it differently. I don't really know. It says new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. Yeah, so I feel like you have been putting in so much work and you've been like kind of impatiently waiting, right? Where you're like, why is this not happening? Why is this not moving forward? You know, it is. Okay. Whether this is, you know, whether you're already feeling it, where you're like, yes, it's finally going, or it's right on the horizon. This is for this week, but really, I mean, it could just be like a near future kind of thing, right? But it's right there, and your hard work will pay off very soon. Okay, so keep going. All right, the second one is the Queen of Gabriel. Now, this could be you. The next one is also a queen. It's the Queen of Michael. So it could just be that you are very entrenched in the queen feelings, the queen characteristics, however it is. Now, queens often signify the divine feminine, and I am feeling to go there. So regardless of whether you are male or female, we all have our masculine and feminine within us. And I feel like you're just connecting with that very, very strongly, okay? Which is great. Our feminine sides keep us in flow with the universe, with life, whatever. You know, sometimes it gives us a little bit more of an inclination to be nurturing and, you know, to be more on the helpful side of things, and um, you know what I'm trying to say. It's that motherly kind of vibe, right? Whether it's your family or just friends or whatever, but you're very caring of the people around you. I'll leave it at that, okay? The Queen of Gabriel says you can do anything right now. Go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. And the Queen of Michael says you know exactly what to do. Yeah, you know what to do, and you can do anything right now. You're in your power. The rest of the Queen of Michael says the benefit of experience, a time for career rather than relationships. Okay, so the first card talks about the ability to attract helpful people, and the second one talks about a time for your career rather than relationships. So even though you are and you have the ability to attract those helpful people into your life, I'm definitely not feeling romantic or anything like that. It's more, maybe work partners or coworkers or whatever. Um, but it's like, you know who you are, and you're about to, if you haven't already, you're about to attract people into your life who are just going to make your workplace killer. Like, you're going to be so excited to go to work every day, or, if you're building a business or whatever, they're really going to help you flourish. You guys will have each other's backs, and you'll be able to grow through life together, at least for a season. Maybe it's not like a forever kind of thing, but that's however long people are in our lives, it's a beautiful thing. Okay. The last card I have for you is the Two of Michael. So this card says it will be better if you just make a decision. Overanalyzing a problem, find a compromise. Okay, so maybe what's kept you from getting this new beginning is making a decision, right? That might not be for everyone, but there's definitely a decision that you need to make, and you haven't been doing it. So make the decision. I feel like you already know the answer too, but you don't actually want to do it. Whatever's holding you back from doing it, whether it's a block that you need to heal within yourself, maybe you're afraid of abandonment and that's why you don't want to make this decision, or there are so many possibilities, you guys. But make the decision. Have the courage to do that, because you're in a time of new beginnings, okay? Get it done. I hope that was helpful, my Virgo. My mouth is not working today. My Virgo friends, I hope it was helpful. Thank you for being here. If you did enjoy that, please do like, subscribe, comment, share. Hit that notification bell if you'd like to be here for the lives in the future. I'd love to have you. Okay. We are going to move on. Those don't want to go. Okay. We are going to move on to our Taurus friends and see what we have in store for them, okay? All right. One more shuffle for my Taurus friends. Perfect. Let's see if we can get 3 cards for you, okay, Taurus? 3 cards for our Taurus friends. Ooh. Okay. So we have 1 out. Let's see what else we got for you. I like to have at least 2 and idealistically 3. So let's see what Spirit has in store, though. I never force anything. That's a lot. A lot. Let's try again, okay? 2 more for our Taurus friends, please. There's 1. Almost. Not quite. Okay. One more, please, for our Taurus friends. Getting a little crazy there. 1 more for our Taurus friends, please. There we go. Okay. Awesome. Ooh, I like it. Okay. So I'm feeling a strong pull toward the emotional realm right now. So I don't know, maybe you've been suppressing emotions or neglecting them altogether. I don't know what's going on. Um, but it's something that you need to deal with, okay? Just going to throw that out there for whoever needed to hear it. That's probably just for a few of you. The first card we have out is the Ace of Raphael. This says a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. Yes, yes, diving into that emotional realm. I said diving and then I saw these dolphins. Okay, so it could be that you have a new romantic relationship coming in. I do see that for some of you. But again, I'm getting this overwhelming feeling that there's some emotion that you need to deal with. So I don't know if maybe you've been holding on to an ex. Maybe something happened in the past, whether it was with an ex or like from your childhood or something, where it created this fear of abandonment, fear of being loved sometimes, because what you were shown as love is not love, and it was something. It was this big negative experience. Okay, this new person that's coming into your life isn't like that. Um, they have the ability to help you move on to a more healthy emotional existence, and to really show you a different side of love. I'm not going to say like the right way or anything like that, because that's not what it's about. It's just a new different way that you might not have been subject to in the past. You haven't experienced it before. But again, you need to work on you, or else you're not going to be able to experience that in the fullest form, okay? The second card out is the Five of Michael. This one says, this situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So yeah, I mean, within your emotions, I feel like it's kind of put you in a negative mindset. And this is saying, consider taking a more uplifting approach. Try to change your outlook a little bit into, more positivity. See what's going on there. And it does say this situation doesn't serve you. So I don't know what's been going on in your life recently, but maybe something that you've been working toward, or maybe you're already in a relationship and that's, not going well. It says release your attachment to the outcome. I'm feeling like for those of you who are currently in a relationship and it's very obviously not the right relationship, you'll know. Um, if this is you, you already know that this is not the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, or, this is not how you want a romantic relationship to be. If you do feel like you want to be with that person, but this isn't how you want your romantic relationship to be, you have to kind of take a step back and see if it's a dynamic between you, if it's, in some way that you handled the relationship that kind of caused it to be this way, something that you can fix. Or if it is that person, you can have a conversation with them about it and things like that, but that's not always going to change the situation, right? We can't change others. So it does say release your attachment to the outcome. So if you're like pounding it home that like this has to be the relationship and this has to be what I'm doing, and maybe it's your career where you're like, I was born to be this, and if it's not working out, maybe you weren't. That's all. We get so stuck in our head about what we're supposed to be and things like that. Let go of that. If there's something else that's going to make you happier, that's going to make your existence more worthwhile, that will help put you more into that positive mindset that we talked about earlier, go for it. We never need to be someone in particular, okay? Ever, never. The third card you have is Change Your Life, which I feel is a perfect segue from what we just talked about. If something is no longer serving you, try something else, okay? This says a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. Yeah, you're on the edge. With all three of these, you're on the edge of change. You're on the edge of newness. okay? There is big change coming in. So stay open to it, embrace those opportunities. If you're not open to them, they're not going to come, right? They could hit you in the face all day long, but if you're not open to them, it doesn't matter. You're not going to let them in. So this is telling you, embrace those opportunities. Break free of procrastination. Maybe some of you are procrastinators. I am. So it's saying, try not to do that. These offers, these opportunities that are coming are big. They are life-changing. They are totally different than what you've been programmed with in your mind to think is what you're meant for. But this is saying go with it. If your intuition and if you're telling yourself that this is it and this is what you want to be doing and all of that, if you're being pulled towards these new opportunities and they feel right, go with it. Change your life. Beautiful. I hope that was helpful, my friends. All right. If you liked that, my Taurus friends, please do like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if that resonated and how. Hit that notification bell if you want to join me live. I just love having you guys here. Thank you for showing up. All right. Let's move on to Capricorn. Capricorn. All right, one more for you, Capricorn, and then we will start to get the cards, okay? All right. 3 for our Capricorn friends, please. 3 for Capricorn. Okay, let's turn this over. It's the season of spiders, friends. And I just saw another one. These are like big ones because I live in a basement. I have to get it. I'm sorry, you guys. Hang on. Okay, they're big spiders. And I sleep over there, so I don't really want them in my bedroom. I don't like killing things, but okay, where were we? Capricorn. Let's see if we can get 3 cards for Capricorn. I intend for 3, but if it comes out with 2, whatever. Sometimes that's all we need, right? 3 cards for our Capricorn friends. Okay, there's 1. Okay, at least 1 more for you. 1 more, please. Or 2 more. 2 more is great as well. 1 or 2 more, please. It did turn over. We'll take it. Okay. I'm going to go through 1 more shuffle and see if we get 1 more because we have 2 so far. Okay. Even with those 2, it's pretty exciting. I'm excited for you. Whoa. Okay. At the end, they were like, no. They just raced right back in. Okay. All right. Okay. So the first card to come out was the Page of Raphael. As a person, I do feel like this is you, but it could be either someone in your life or someone coming into your life, okay? So as a person, it says, you're gentle, loving, dreamy, and open-hearted. That's beautiful. The card itself says, a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. Yeah, and those intuitive insights, a lot of times I feel like that's coming from within you. That's you trusting your gut, right? Like connecting with yourself, with your higher self, with knowing what's best for you. And with this card, I do feel like there's a new romantic relationship. Doesn't have to be romantic, but that's what I'm feeling. A new romantic relationship that's coming into your life. So if it hasn't done so already, maybe it just happened within the last week, right? Maybe you guys had your first date last weekend. Or maybe you'll be meeting them this week. Maybe you have a blind date set up for next weekend and it's going to go really well. I feel like this partner of yours, you know, I can't tell if it's like going to be a serious thing or not, but I can tell that you guys vibe really well together. You can kind of just talk about anything. That's always really nice to find. So don't take advantage of that. Just enjoy it. Okay? Enjoy it. And trust your gut. Next card out is Perspective. So this one says, there's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. And it's that dare to be different bit that I am feeling for you. And I felt that for another sign as well. So anyways, here nor there. Dare to be different. Like when you are fully yourself, you attract the people in your life who are most poised to be in it, right? Like you get the most full experiences from being yourself. And I feel like by being yourself, you'll really attract this new person, okay? Whether you guys have been dating or have dated or will be dating, being yourself is the best thing that you can do in that situation, okay? That's how you get to a point where you can really talk about anything and you can, you know, have those 3-hour conversations where you look down at the watch and you're like, I thought we'd only been here for a half hour, right? It's kind of magical. So another thing that is popping out on this card is there's a better way. So maybe you've been resisting something in some way and just kind of doing something in your old ways. And I'm feeling this more for like a career situation. You've been kind of going about something the same way that you always have. And a lot of times that's fine. Like we do that all the time, right? But this is telling you there's a better way to be doing it. Okay? So maybe step back from your life for a minute, do a little bit of reflection, maybe some meditation or something, and see if maybe you're doing something the hard way. And provide yourself a little bit of insight on how you might go about doing it a different way. Okay? All right. I hope that was helpful, Capricorn. If you're experiencing that new relationship, have fun, my friend. If you liked that reading, please do like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell if you'd like to be present for these live reads. I try to do at least one daily, so yeah. All right. Moving on, we'll get into our air signs. How about Aquarius? Yes, Aquarius. One more shuffle for Aquarius. There we go. And we'll try to pull 3 cards here. We'll see what they give us, okay? 3 for Aquarius, please. 3 for Aquarius. Okay, we got 1. I'll grab that in a minute. Maybe 2 more for our Aquarius friends. 1 or 2 more. Okay. Cool. One or 2 more for our Aquarius friends, please. Okay. Wow. Some of these cards I haven't seen very many times, so when they pop out, I'm like, you know, you kind of see something new in them. I just really like it. That can happen with cards that you see all the time, too. I'm going to shuffle one more time through and see if we have one more card for you, okay? Nope. Okay. So the first card that popped out is the Wheel. And the Wheel in the traditional tarot deck is the Wheel of Fortune, right? All right. Um, so before I go into what I'm hearing, the wheel itself, the card itself says new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. Okay. Now, I am feeling change, but I also feel like you've kind of been at the top of the world lately. Everything's going really, really well. Okay. And this isn't for all of you, just a subset of you. I just feel like the whole wheel is yours. I don't know why I want to say that. Maybe that's just specific to you. It'll resonate. I don't know. Um, but I mean, yes, you are at the top of the world and you're doing really well. But there's something new coming in. And I actually just heard a baby. So I don't know if you have a child on the way that you're aware of already. Um, or if this is going to be a surprise and you're going to start your family. But I do see that for some of you. So that'll just push you over the edge of your being on top of the world there. For others of you, yes, the card does talk about new beginnings, end of delays. So I just said this for another sign, but it's like, if you've been working really, really hard for something and you've been kind of waiting for that payout or the payoff or whatever, whether it's monetary or not, it's coming. It's right on the horizon. So this is a reading for this week, and it's, I am feeling like it's going to come in pretty quickly now because you've already put the work in. So, sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah, so it might be that you've been waiting and now's the time, and you're ready to collect and it's coming in. So, a change in direction that offers happiness. What I'm hearing for the people that need to hear this is don't be afraid of change, okay? Maybe you're one of those people that, you've always kind of done things a certain way and you do really well with schedules and, all that jazz. There's a change coming in, or maybe you've already experienced it starting to come in. And the universe is telling me to tell you, don't be afraid of that. Be open to it, because it's going to be really great. It'll lead you to something new that, you couldn't have even imagined before, okay? So be open to it. The second card I have out for you is the Three of Gabriel. This card says prosperity arising from wise planning. Yeah, you've done the work, right? It's coming. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. Yeah. You're a very methodical person. You put one foot in front of the other, and you have been putting one foot in front of the other. And it's like, you know where you're going. You're walking down the path, and the path is going to turn out just like you expected it to, okay? There is a change coming, but I feel like whatever you've been doing, it could be that like you have been doing and focusing a lot on your career and things like that, and going one foot in front of the other, sticking to your schedules, and that's where your expected outcome is about to come, and it's going to pay off, and it's right there, right? And then, maybe your social relationships are going to be changing soon in a good way, or maybe you have a hobby that's coming back to you, that you'll kind of just stumble in somewhere and you're like, oh yeah, I really liked to do that in the past. I should do that, that kind of thing. Or a hobby that you never knew that you liked to do, right? So take that as it is. Don't stretch anything to fit, my friends, but I hope that you found some resonance in those messages and that you liked them. If you did, please do like, comment, share, subscribe if you happen to appreciate the way that I deliver these messages, and hit that notification bell if you'd like to join me live, okay? I'd love to have you. Thanks so much for being here. Let's go ahead with our Gemini friends. My Geminis. One more shuffle for, whew, they want to turn over already. One more shuffle for my Geminis. Okay, let's see what we got for you. What do we have for Gemini today? Or tonight? Or whenever. Whenever you are listening, right? Ooh, that one hit me in the teeth. That's what I get for smiling. Okay. Let's get back into the vibe here. There we go. All right. Maybe 2 more for my Gemini friends. 1 or 2 more for my Geminis. Okay, there's 1 more. Ooh, big cards, you guys. Big cards. And even with just those 2, I feel like there's a big, strong message there. I'm going to do 1 more shuffle through and see if we can get 1 more, though, okay? Do we have 1 more for our Geminis? Nope. Okay. We'll leave it there. Check this out, you guys. The first one you have is decision. So decision goes along with the devil in the traditional tarot deck. This card says, release yourself from that which holds you back, a need to detox, unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. So maybe you're coming to the end of something. I'm feeling that big time. And you need to kind of decide what you're doing from there, right? So it says, release yourself from that which holds you back. When you come to the end of something, and, you know, in turn, a beginning of something else, the things that are in our way as blocks or whatever, they're more apparent to us in those moments. Because, you know, sometimes they do cloud up decisions, or they make it hard to move on from that ending, right? So maybe, you know, take some time to dive within yourself and see what's going on there. What might be blocking you from moving on or making this decision, if it is a big decision that you've been working on, or, you know, delaying or whatever. It does mention a need to detox, so you might need to take a day or take a weekend or whatever to just get some good old R&R, right? Get some rest. Maybe get a massage, or, you know, go to some hot springs or something to kind of release that tension, release the stress, whatever you might need to do. But in this card, basically what I'm getting to is there's a big need to take care of yourself, okay? This decision, whatever it is, it feels like it affects a lot of people. But the main person that you need to be thinking about is yourself. What do you want in life? Who do you want to be? You know, I feel like that's the biggest thing that you can think about. Who do you want to be? And, you know, with this decision, is it going to help you be that person? Could be as simple as that. Ask yourself those couple of questions, and maybe that'll help you along with your decision. The next card goes hand in hand with it. It's leap of faith. And in the traditional deck, it's the Fool. So this card says, believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. Yes. This card is very much about you, right? And that's kind of what I was just saying. Like, yes, believe in yourself, trust in yourself, know that you know what you need, right? No one knows you better than you know yourself. So trust that and go along with it. And stick up for yourself too, especially when big decisions come around. Like I said, a lot of people might be involved, but you need to stick up for yourself and know what is going to serve you best, okay? Listen to your heart. Yeah, dive into that heart space. Know what you want. Know what you need to do. Yeah, trust yourself. That's what I'm hearing. Trust yourself, okay? For whoever needed to hear that. All right, my friends, I hope that you found that helpful. If you liked that, please do like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell if you'd like to join me in the future. And I'd love to see you. I'm so glad that you were here today. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Last but not least, my Libra friends. Let's see what kind of message do we have for you today. One more shuffle here for my Libras. There we go. Let's take a look here. What do the cards hold for our Libras? Libras. Oh, there's one. All right, first one's out. Let's try for two more. At least one more, though. It was like 5 that wanted to pop out. I'm really glad it didn't because it felt like it was going to be like all over. Libras. What do we have for you today? One or two more for our Libras, please. There's one. That's an exciting one. Okay, we'll do one more shuffle through, see if there's one more, okay? Okay. 3 it is. There we go. Okay. Super cool, you guys. So the first one that popped out is Knight of Ariel. Ariel correlates to the Pentacles in the traditional tarot decks, okay? I do feel like this is you. And as a person, it says trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny, okay? On the card itself, it says there is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan. Being watched over by someone kind. Yeah. I can feel that there's a lot to be done. A lot. But check this out. Like the guardian angel, whether that's an actual angel or your deity or whatever having your back, or someone in real life, or maybe a group of people, right? I should say like in our human existence, because it's all real life, right? You know what I mean. But regardless, that person or that being has your back. They are protecting you. They're watching over you. They are working with you. They'll give you help if you ask for it. So if you do need help, I encourage you to ask them, okay? There's a lot to be done. I feel like you're a hard worker, so you know you will accomplish it no matter what, but just don't forget that you have people there to help you, okay? Okay. Let's move on. The star is the next card. And this card says, a dream come true. Believe in yourself. The end of a difficult situation. Yeah. So I don't know if maybe you've been working on whatever this is for a long time, but it's kind of like you've hit the hardest part already. You've already put in the hard work. So even though there's a lot to be done, it's like it's kind of the easier parts. Like you can kind of coast through it a little bit, or maybe it's just that now you can ask for help. The other things you maybe felt like you had to do all by yourself. But in the end, after you have all of this stuff accomplished, your dream is coming true. So I'm not going to box that in into saying what kind of dream that is or go into any of that, because I feel like, you know, with this general read, it could be just anything for the collective, okay? So you know what that is in your life. You know what your dreams are, and your dreams are coming true. Okay? And along with that dream coming true, your final card is Epiphany. So within all of this beauty and all of this hard work and the people around you that are going to be helping you, or the beings around you, right? This card says joy through spiritual growth. You definitely have been growing through this situation. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. Yeah, so, in addition to working with others, whether it be in the physical realm or with spiritual beings, you have been connecting with your higher self, or the spiritual realm, as I call it, however you want to speak about it, whether it's a specific deity, whatever, what it is. But you have been getting more spiritual, and you're now starting to find joy in that spiritual growth. It's not just a whole ton of work. Of course that work pays off, and of course you see that in your daily life and everything, and maybe you've been feeling a little more peaceful, but now you're really feeling joy through that spiritual growth. So, and it talks about answers that come through meditation. So yeah, in addition to connecting with these spiritual realms, with the physical beings, however it is, dive within yourself too. You hold a lot of answers that you need to hear, and a lot of times those external to us, whether it be those spiritual beings or people in the physical realm, a lot of times what they say just amplifies what we already know, or provides affirmation for what we already know, right? But either way, you're coming to a very beautiful conclusion that's new for you. You're learning things and opening up your life to more positivity and more things in the spiritual realm. So it's awesome. All of it just feels so beautiful to me. I hope that you're feeling the same way, and I hope that was helpful. If you did enjoy that, please do like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell if you'd like to know when I'm going live. And yeah, I hope you all have